Right now, I can't see you. Everything around me is dark. This is how my father sees the world today. He has about 5% vision left in just one eye, close to nothing really. But he wasn't always like this. This is him back in the day, active, hardworking, my first swimming coach, and my biggest cheerleader. Over the years, high eye pressure damaged his optic nerve, and his eyesight faded away slowly. The hand that used to hold mine and taught me how to walk now needs my hand to walk. You see, no matter how grown up we get, some relationships touch us very deeply, and parents are one of them. But what truly matters is how we choose to face such moments. And today, I will walk you through and give you a glimpse through my lens of that one thing that kept me going through the highs and lows. Gratitude, the light that helps us see even in darkness. Let me take you back in time to the streets of Islamabad, where a young, nervous boy, clutching to a folder of credit card applications in his hand, trying to sell credit cards, obviously. This young boy was me. I still remember knocking on those doors, making those endless calls, waiting outside offices for hours, and still hearing no more times than I could even count. In fact, I remember this one client of mine who silently and very seriously listened to the story and my whole pitch and asks me, "Beta, wo sab to theek hai, but chai piyoge?" And I'm like, "You want to offer me tea?" And I understood. I understood that he is not interested. But once in a while, one kind man would stop. Say, "Thank you, beta, for trying. Thank you for staying committed." That thank you gave me hope, and that hope kept me going. Looking back, I realize that's when I first learned the power of gratitude. It doesn't remove struggle, but it helps you walk through it. Fast forward to 2005, I land in Dubai, yes, with dreams like any expat would have. I thought, you know what, I will probably work a couple of years, save some money, and go back. But guess what, I'm still here. It's 2025. I don't think I've saved enough money, and I'm still paying rent. That's what Dubai does to you. Life moved on a bit swiftly, but it wasn't very smooth. In the early 2008, my mother was diagnosed with brain tumor. We were all shocked and very upset. She had to undergo a very critical surgery. The surgery was mostly successful because some parts were left untouched because of high risk. She recovered, but life changed. Fits, medication, and constant care became part of our daily routine. And it doesn't end there. In the financial crisis of 2008, I lost my job. And I would look at my wallet and wonder, where are all the contents gone? I think they've gone on a very long holiday, and I'm yet to see them come back. And I had to try. Eventually, life moved forward. I started rebuilding. And I had to move between cities. I got married, settled down. I remember once coming back from Oman with 3 kids. Now, you all can understand traveling between countries and settling with 3 kids is no less than an Olympic run, and I definitely should get a gold medal in that, myself and my wife included. So hats off to her. We came back. My younger brother and my in-laws gave us a place to stay. It was very tough and challenging days, because for someone who basically has been a provider and people depended on, now was relying on other people. But their kindness reminded me that I am not alone. I am not alone. Those 6 months taught me a lot, and they taught me more than any success ever could. The faces that stood by me, the lessons I learned in humility, and the family that gave me strength, all gifts wrapped in struggle. Now, all of that is great, and yes, it is very close to my heart, but there is science behind it as well. Studies and research show that when one practices gratitude, whether in the form of writing it down, saying it out loud, or even expressing it in whichever way, our brain releases substances like dopamine and serotonin, the same chemicals that are responsible for happiness and calm. Therefore, reducing stress, improving your sleep, and strengthening your heart and immunity. In short, cheaper than therapy with no consequences. I mean, what else do you want, right? But in reality, it doesn't just heal your heart. It rewires your brain to see more good and recover faster from bad. But there's a catch. One thing and one habit that steals our peace and comes in between. What could that be? Any guesses? Comparison. Yeah. And I think everybody here probably goes through that once in a while. Somebody who's driving a car looks at a luxury car and wishes for that. Somebody who's driving a bike looks at you and probably wants your car. Somebody who's walking wants a bike. It's a never-ending cycle. The chain does not end. But how do we break this chain? How do we break this chain? When we reverse this chain, something magical happens. My mentor once told me that gratitude begins when negative comparison ends. A quick example, everyday lives. Instead of thinking about what is missing, why not think about what we already have, and you will notice your peace coming back to you. Now, how do we practice gratitude or live gratefully? Some simple examples we can all follow, and I personally try to do in my daily life. Start and end your day with gratitude. Wake up in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror, admire yourself, yes, but then be thankful for the eyes that can see, the hands that can work, and the legs that can walk. So be grateful for all of that. Small, simple things. Sitting at your dinner table with your children. Talk about gratitude. And this problem I'm sure everybody faces. You're eating your dinner, you hear a voice, we have pizza today? Okay. And you have to remind them that there are people or children in this world who do not have food to eat. They'll be quiet, but one smart guy will probably come and say, what about tomorrow? And you have to remind him again, you know what? They also don't have Wi-Fi and gadgets. Silence. Dinner is done very quietly and nicely. So small and simple things that we should integrate in our daily lives. And it will leave an impact on the younger kids or the younger people as well. It does not have to be grand. It could be a walk in the park, enjoying a nice breeze, enjoying a cone of ice cream on a nice cloudy Dubai day, because it's not usually cloudy here. So yes, small, simple things to enjoy and cherish. Let's go back. Let's go back and rewind to my parents' story. Yes, it does hurt to see them like that with those health conditions. It is painful. But you know what? I still see blessings more than losses. You know why? Because they're here amongst us, sitting with their children, with their grandchildren, enjoying and celebrating occasions. And that is enough for me. I can still hold my father's hand and walk with him. I can still go to my mother and get the warm hug. That is enough for me. As I stand here in front of all of you and look back at that boy from Islamabad to the man rebuilding himself in Dubai, one thing was constant and kept on strengthening at every point: gratitude. And it kept me going on and on. Gratitude for the people that believed in me, for the failures that taught me, and for the quiet moments that showed me who I am, and for the mentors that guided me. Because life is short, it does not stop, and challenges and pain will come your way. But being thankful at every turn will make this journey very meaningful. And when we talk about life that we have given itself is a blessing in its own. And with that, I wanted to conclude with this beautiful saying by Maulana Rumi rahmatullah alayh, where he says, "Be grateful for your life, every detail of it, and your face will come to shine like the sun." So let's make those faces shine and see this light in the darkness. Thank you very much.